The modern world cannot be imagined without information and communication technologies. People have at their disposal information processing and information exchange tools operating at high speeds, such as computers, smartphones, various applications and solutions. Latvian companies and organizations have found ways to apply these tools in order to improve their services, their local and international competitiveness, and the quality of life of each and every person in Latvia. This is not about highly professional usage of ICT for stock exchange brokers, graphic designers, or airline pilots. This is about a citizen of Latvia, a teacher, a company manager, a pensioner, an accountant, or a young mother, and their skills and opportunities to use everything that Latvia's ICT sector has to offer. A unified electronic address, the e-identity, and devices enabling their use. This is our first step for ensuring that every person in Latvia can do almost anything in a virtual environment that he or she can do in the real world. In order to use these services, appropriate skills are necessary. Latvia has launched teaching modernization processes at schools, thus demonstrating various technologies and applications to the younger generation. Our goal is to become a role model and the most advanced country in Europe in the field of e-administration, with 90% of e-documents in circulation within a short period of time. Our current priority is to make everything possible from the range of services offered by the state and municipalities accessible online. In Latvia, we are developing an ecosystem of information and communication technologies that encourages new businesses, provides support in the form of tax relief to companies that are investing in innovations, and that share their know-how. Information and communication technologies serve as a platform for a high quality of life for people from early childhood to old age. Therefore, we are creating modern health and social care and modernizing lifelong learning activities. In Latvia, we are proud of our nation, its history, language, and cultural values. We want to make these values accessible to everyone all over the world, both in the real as well as in the virtual environment. The goal defined in the Charter of the Latvian Information and Communications Technologies Association is the e-enrichment of life. Further information is available at our website at www.likta.lv.
Latvia's parliament, the Saeima, has 100 elected members with more than 300 ancillary staff. Each parliamentary term sees around 3,000 pieces of legislation being handled. To ensure the efficiency and transparency of this process, an integrated modular information system has been developed and implemented over a period. The execution of this development and the maintenance of the entire system were entrusted to Exigent Services Latvia.
Main challenge for members of parliament and parliamentary supporting staff is how to handle the huge workload of parliamentary documents in an efficient, user-friendly and transparent manner. And the implementation of the integrated information system helped us to do our routine work efficiently and save time for quality of content.
The system's modules manage a wide range of information, from data on personnel and management of the legislative process to a flexible document management system which meets the content management standard recommended by the European Commission. To help us understand the way these processes are automated, let's follow a draft bill as it passes through Saeima. First, the bill is recorded in the Electronic Document Information System ELDIS. This system manages Parliament's document handling processes. Every incoming document, including those with electronic signatures, is recorded and all further processing and workflow is done electronically. The work processes involve Saeima Chancellery staff, members of Parliament and committee members. In accordance with parliamentary rules of procedure, readings of legislative bills are handled by the Legislation Development and Management System. This system enables information to be added about all the changes made in the life cycle of a bill, as well as other related information. The Parliament Debate and Voting System automatically receives any bills to be examined by a full sitting of Parliament. By managing Saima's agenda planning, debate participation and vote counting, the system ensures the transparency of the democratic process. Voting results are not only immediately seen by members and guests of the Saima, but they are automatically published online on the parliamentary website. Adopted legislation is automatically transferred to the Presidential Chancery for the President to make a decision. The documents are automatically registered and processed in Presidential Chancery information systems. These systems were also developed by Exigent Services Latvia. A positive decision by the President is automatically transmitted to the Parliament and the draft bill has now entered into law. But the President may also refer draft bills back to Saima for review. The system sends the newly proclaimed law by a special secure channel for publication in the Government Gazette Latvijas Vēstnesis and on the Saima website.
I can say that our integrated information system is in line with the most advanced information systems in national parliaments. And I'm very proud to see more and more visitors from other national parliaments coming to Saima and looking to our system as a potential model for their informational developments.
It is also worth noting that all the information about the life cycles of draft bills in Latvia's parliament is freely available to any internet user in an information system specially developed for this purpose, so making the work of Saima completely transparent.
Have you ever used machine translation? For millions of casual users, general machine translation is good enough, but it is not good enough for your business. One size does not fit all. We at Tilda know how to tailor machine translation to learn your language, your style, your terminology, your products and services. Use tailored Tilda machine translation to communicate inside your company, with your partners, reaching out to new markets. Tilda puts world-class innovations, experience and knowledge into building customized translation solutions. Put Tilda machine translation at your service. Tilda, where global meets local.
Most people have heard the fact that Latvia is 4th place in the world for fast average internet connection speed, just as well known is the fact that internet use is growing rapidly and is now used on a daily basis by 70% of the population. This is good news. However, only a few of us realize that this digitalization of the modern world is creating a huge disconnect from society for those who don't have computer skills or access to modern technology. 73% of Latvians aged 55 and more do not use a computer on a daily basis. For them, the digital divide, or barriers to modern technology, create the threat of being excluded from information, socializing, and many important services. Taking into account population aging trends, we have to spend more and more time in the labor market. So not having computer skills also means less of a chance of finding work. In order to reduce the consequences of the digital divide, for the 4th year in a row, Lattelecom organized the project Connect Latvia. Its mission, to prevent barriers to the use of modern technology and to promote the full integration of seniors into society and its happenings. The 2012 target was incredible. First, to educate 4 times more seniors than the last year, or at least 6,000 seniors aged 50 and older. 2, to ensure that more than 80% continue to use the skills gained after the end of the project. In order to ensure 4 times greater impact, Lattelecom united various partners, the government, more than half of Latvia's counties, and around 100 IT teachers from all around the country. From April to November, 97 Latvian schools gathered more than 6,000 seniors for computer training classes. Lattelecom provided the training program and training materials in both Latvian and Russian languages. With the support of the counties, classes took place in 97 Latvian schools. 99 teachers trained more than 50 participants each.
Visi tik runā dators, es viņu arī nopirku. Tā visiem ir, man nav. Bet viņš stāvēja kādus mēnešus 3. Un tad bija tie kursi. Un tad viņi parādīja man to sākumu. Es atnācu mājās, ieslēdzu, es varu programmu paskatīties, es varu sarunāties pa Skype. Pirmkārt jau runāju ar meitām Jelgavā, ar mazbērniem, ar Maskavu man tur vēl patīkas palikuši. Nevajag nebraukt nekur nekā. Ieslēdz Skype un terzē.
What are the results? The ambitious target has been achieved. This year, more than 6,200 participants have been trained. How much is 6,000? It is at least a third of all graduates who graduate high school in 1 year. Of course, most important is not how many of them have been trained, but how many will continue to use the knowledge on a daily basis. Project surveys show 81% of seniors have started to use these skills and confirm their quality of life has improved and they feel like a part of modern society. 99% approve of teachers' professionalism and accountability. 90% think that the lessons have been useful. 85% would like to continue to develop their skills even further.
Es izlasīju avīzē, ka piedāvā kursus senioriem un vēl pa brīvu. Protams, es visu satriec ar to, ka man ir 93 gadi. Ziniet, man faktiski nemaz neatliek laiku nekam citam. Es esmu tik ļoti aizņemta. Man ir kādreiz 20 vēstules, ka man jāaiziet cauri un jāraksta atbildes un ne pie kā citu netiek. Es domāju, ka tā ir faktiski viena nepieciešama lieta patreiz, jo mūsu ir tik daudz un tā sazināšanās. Tā jānotiek ātri un spontāni un uz vietas. To ar avīzēm un grāmatām to nevar izdarīt.
La Telecom has decided to continue the project. Connect Latvia was launched in honor of the Republic of Latvia's 90th anniversary. By the 100th anniversary, the plan is to educate at least 30,000 seniors.
Mobility has entered the enterprise and is transforming the way people conduct business. Mobility means moving information quickly, the key to staying competitive. At Exigent Services, we create mobile enterprise applications that connect your business data and processes. When developing your application, we focus on the security of your data, provide task-oriented and user-friendly interfaces, at the same time integrating the application with your business infrastructure. To create a picture of your own business's mobility, let's begin with some questions. Which business processes will benefit most from mobility? Which functions will benefit from faster communication, real-time data access, better process flow? Which functions are needed by executives, managers, field personnel? Independent research shows that with mobile business applications, companies increase their sales conversion rates, decrease administrative time, raise forecast accuracy, and reduce paperwork. Let mobile applications take your workflows, approvals, and business intelligence onto mobile devices. Do this for your business and you will experience a huge leap in productivity. With more than 15 years' experience in custom software development, Exigent Services mobile solution professionals will help you go mobile.
Ask yourself, could a money transfer make my day? Tell you what, sometimes it really can. Let's take a look at this interesting couple. Call them Bob and Natasha. Lovely name, isn't it? Yep, Bob is one of those shy guys. But today, he's going to impress his date. Ooh, looks like the lady's hungry. Very hungry. Extremely hungry. Looks like someone's in trouble. Poor Bob. He wishes today was his salary day. But you know what? Bob may not be rich, but he is advanced. As Shakespeare wrote, a friend in court is better than a penny in purse. So Bob simply texts his best friends because he really needs their help now. And no matter where his friends are, they can help him by transferring money to his account from their mobile phone in just a few seconds, or from their internet bank in just a few seconds, or from the good old ATM machine around the corner. And yes, in just a few seconds, the money appears in Bob's account. So you know what? It's nice to have good friends, and it's awesome that thanks to technology, they are always there to help. Looks like nothing can stop Bob now. Let's wish him luck. So, could a money transfer make your day? Obviously.
There are 825 public libraries in Latvia. A public library is easily accessible to everyone, and it takes only 20 minutes for local citizens to get to the nearest library. On average, there is one library per 2,500 inhabitants. 40% of the population are active public library users. Meanwhile, the adult library visitors have become more active during the last 5 years. The most significant changes of library usage are observed in the age group of 45 to 54 years old. However, the most active library users are young people. Although people who have completed basic and secondary education constitute the largest segment of public library users, in total 74% of all users, the number of people with higher education who actively use libraries has increased significantly over the last 5 years. It was 38% in 2007, and it reached 47% by 2011. People with low income tend to use the library twice as much as people with high income. Still, the highest number of library users is in the region of Vidzeme, although the highest increase compared to 2007 is in the region of Latgale. The number of visits is increasing each year. Respectively, there were approximately 7.5 million visits in 2007. But by 2011, it reached almost 10 million visits. Right away, a significant jump by 1.3 million took place during the period between 2008 and 2009. 1 out of 5 users visited more than one public library. People have started to visit libraries twice as often. An indirect impact of libraries covers a larger part of the population, as is reflected in the visitor or user register, since families and friends of direct visitors also use library services. This is what happens every other time when a visitor takes home a book for reading. Rural library users are more active. 46% of rural inhabitants are active library visitors, while in Riga this number reaches only 30%. Libraries play a particularly important role in rural communities where there are no recreational centers or post offices. Here, libraries serve as a multifunctional center both for local people to get together and as a culture center. 5 major purposes of library visits: loan of books, newspapers, magazines, reading of books, newspapers and magazines in the library, free internet access, printing, scanning and copying, visiting exhibitions. Since 2007, the number of internet users in libraries has increased 3 times. Internet access in libraries is used at least twice as often. 1 out of 5 library internet users do not have alternative access to the internet. The number of internet users aged 45 to 54 has experienced a surprisingly high increase. This increase is due to the fact that the computer classes offered in libraries are mainly oriented towards people aged 50 years and over. Meanwhile, younger ages, up to 15 years old, show significantly less interest of internet services in libraries. They are active mobile internet users. In order to address this target group, some libraries offer mobile services. This is a whole new approach to working with the youth. The main purpose of internet use in libraries has not changed over the last 5 years. It is communication. In 2007 to 2009, the most common purposes of internet use were communication, followed by searching for information about culture and entertainment, as well as education. By 2009, people started to search information about health twice as often as in 2007. In 2011, the third most common purpose after those of communication, culture and entertainment was work-related and transactions, including online banking. People have also started using e-services more frequently. This means that the internet is no longer perceived as a tool for sending emails and social networking. Today, the internet serves as a store, labor exchange, as well as a bank. It should be emphasized that internet access in distant communities substitutes non-existent stores, post offices, banks, and employment agencies' affiliates. It can definitely be said that this particular library function is going to play an even more important role in the future. Increasingly, more people say that they have gained both social and economic benefits from the use of the internet in the library. Library visitors have found useful information on the internet about leisure activities and healthcare. The internet has also helped them to get more involved in social life. Although most of these benefits are of a social nature, there are some economic benefits as well. A number of people have saved money and found a job using the internet in their library. Increasingly more people believe that free internet access in their library has made their local community a better place to live. This belief began to grow rapidly during the period between 2007 and 2009, when free internet access in libraries was introduced. Nowadays, this tendency still remains. More and more people are finding the following benefits: access to information, communication, and the option to make payments via online banks. Access to the labor market and possibilities to save time and money are equally important. A library's potential for improving the quality of life and well-being for people in local communities relies on a professional and collaborative librarian. On average, one librarian works with nearly 6,000 visits per year. This number has increased significantly over the last 5 years. At the same time, the librarian's workload, as well as a wider range of duties, has increased according to the changing needs of users. The number of internet visitors searching for information has grown, and more often they are asking librarians for help. In 2011, every other library internet user asked for the librarian's advice. And this is just one of the daily tasks of a librarian. Therefore, we can easily imagine how 70% of public librarians in Latvia feel about working all alone in their library. In order to further provide quality services in libraries and to completely satisfy the changing needs of all local people, all stakeholders must achieve a deeper understanding and make joint efforts.